Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Success, the Success Carter, and if this is my first time on your screen, please don't make it your last. Like and subscribe to me. It helps me a lot. You have no idea. And if it's not, welcome back. OG. Happy new month, guys. Welcome into the month of May. Are you excited about this month? Because I know I am. My birthday is literally, days away. I literally was born in this month. But yeah, that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about the Met. And so we shall. The Met Gala is literally a few days away. At the time I'm filming this video, the Met Gala is literally 4 days away. And you know what? I said, since we're going to be talking about the looks, we're going to be judging the celebrities and the designers, I might as well just come talk about the Met Gala and its entirety. I really just want to spotlight what the theme of this year's Met Gala is all about, what the dress code is, go into like a brief explanation of what the theme is all about, what I absolutely do not want to see on that red carpet, what I do want to see, the brands and the fashion houses that I think might really kill this year's Met Gala, and the celebrities that would really be bringing the fire on the red carpet. These are things that I would just like to briefly touch upon. Now note, this is not a deep dive. This is not one of those serious fashion-y videos. I just want this to be as light as possible, and I'll be explaining this thing in a very simplified form so that we are all on the same page. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into the video. Now, the theme of this year's Met exhibition is Superfine Tailoring Black Style, while the dress code for the Met Gala is tailored for you, in brackets, men style. Now, most oftentimes than not, people mistake the two of them, the theme of the exhibition and the dress code, to mean one and the same. But they are not. They are literally two distinct concepts that kind of intertwine but are still very much different. Now, I'll try to explain this as if I'm talking to my friends. Each year, the Met Museum has an exhibition. And for there to be an exhibition, there has to be a theme, a subject matter, what they want to talk about. And so the theme of the exhibition is now born. However, the dress code for the Met Gala is a more broader concept from which inspiration is drawn from the theme to kind of now make into what our celebrities are going to wear on the actual gala night. Note that they are kind of intertwined in that the dress code is not mutually exclusive of the theme of the exhibition, but the dress code is kind of like a more liberal, a more broader, term in terms of like its interpretation. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, I want to briefly just touch on the theme of this year's Met Gala exhibition and how that really just connects to what I want to see on the actual gala nights on the red carpet. Now, like I said before, the theme of this year's Met Gala is Superfine Tailoring Black Style, kind of like spotlighting Black Dandism. However, this topic of discussion would not be complete if we don't really talk about what Black Dandism is in relation to Black men's style, ranging from the 700s down to present day. Now, we're going to define what Black Dandism is. According to Vogue, Black Dandism is often described as a style, but it's just so much more than the aesthetics. Now, the original dandy most famously embodied figures like Beau Brummel in the 18th century Britain, was a man whose primary purpose was to stand out by being impeccably groomed and dressed. Now, according to that man, he said, don't talk about your clothes. Let your clothes do the talking. And it is on this premise that we now start to take out what to really expect from the looks that we see on the actual red carpet. Also, according to Miller, when he described Black Dandism to Vogue, he said Black Dandism is a strategy, a tool to really rethink identity and to really reimagine the self in a different context. Now, we all know that Black people have faced discrimination, racism, segregation, what have you. However, a few of the people started to crack the code. They started to say, when I am dressed better, when I am dressed to the nines, when I am dressed in looks that are well tailored and very presentable, I get treated differently than I would have if I was just dressed in the regular schmegulas. And so what they decided to do is that they started to dress more fashiony to kind of like just shape perspective and shape context and just be treated better in society. It kind of just also begs the question of like, dress the way you want to be addressed, which is a very problematic concept. But honestly, this is what Black Dandism was really all about. They said, you were taking me seriously because I am dressed to the nines, so I'm going to be dressed to the nines. And it is within this context that we really want to interpret the looks at the Met Gala, because this is truly the essence of what Black Dandism is all about. It is self-expression. It is not talking about the clothes, letting the clothes do the talking. It's tailoring done to perfection. It is individualism. It is swagger. It is all of that just embodied into one, celebrating what Black men's fashion is all about. And that is really what we want to see channeled onto the carpet. Now, with that being said, there are just a couple of things that I do not want to see on the carpets for the Met Gala night. These things, if I see them, will just irk my soul because they really just make no sense in the context of what the theme or the overall dress code is all about when it comes to like referencing Black men's fashions. For one, I really don't want to see the basics and the regular schmegulas. By this, I really don't want to see like a basic black suit set, because honestly, what really is that going to achieve? What really is that going to do? What impact is that going to have on the red carpet? Absolutely nothing. I mean, Black men were known for their exquisite tailoring. They were known to have immense swagger. They were known to be show-offy, letting the clothes do the talking, not having to say too much, let the clothes speak for itself. And so just showing up in a basic black suit, that is just going to negate all of that. That is just going to be boring. That is just going to be basic. It's going to be regular schmegular. None of that which really accentuates what the Black man's fashion is all about. Also, I really don't want to see like your basic dresses for the carpet, because how does that even make any sense in the context of like tailored for you, referencing men's style? Now, don't get me wrong. I would love to see the reimagination of what a suit set could be. It could be like a suit dress, something of the sort. Just kind of reimagining what a suit could be. Because bear in mind, we're kind of like paying homage to men's fashion from the 700s down to present day. And honestly, there's a bit of non-rigidity when it comes to like the style and the looks. So I really don't want to see like a basic dress, because that would just make no sense in the context of what this year's theme is all about. Now, moving on to what I really do want to see on the red carpet, I want to see the colors. I want to see the shapes. I want to see the interpretation. I really want to see the fit. And although a fit of a look can be a bit tricky because there's such a thing as oversized fit, example of people that actually pull this off beautifully would be Rihanna, Queen Riri, Cardi B, Rita Ora did something with that, Zendaya. However, certain aspects of that look still has to be tailored. It still has to look like it was made for you. You can't just show up swimming in a look and be like, oh, this is oversized fashion. No. Another thing that I would love to see at this year's Met Gala are the accessories. I want to see the hat. I want to see the canes. I want to see the rings. I want to see the bangles. I want to see the adornment. Because one thing I would say about Black men's fashion when it comes to like Black Dandism is that it was kind of like show-offy in a sense. It was kind of like swaggery in a sense. So I want to see all that swagger. I want to see the dapperness. I want to see the cleanness. I want to see the structure. I want to see everything, to be honest. I really want to be excited when I see it look, and I'll be like, yes, this is what should be on this red carpet. I also want to see, like I said before, the imagination of what a suit set could be. So I want to see an elevation. I want to not just see a suit set. I want to see what more you're bringing to the table. Of course, tailored for you, paying homage like men's style. Now that we've talked about what I really want to see at the Met Gala 2025, I really just want to take a time out to talk about the brands that I think would absolutely eat at this year's Met Gala. For one, I think Thom Browne will be a contender for like the best fashion house of the night. We've seen them take it like, I think 2 years in a row right now, because last year and last 2 years, the people they dressed were literally on the best dressed list for sure. And one thing that Thom Browne ultimately does when it comes to like his design and his construction is that he always reimagines what a suit set can be. And you know what I said before when I say what I wanted to see? I want to see the reimagination. I want to see the experimentation of what menswear is and can be. And I think a house that really does that for me is Thom Browne. I also think Givenchy by Sarah Burton is also a contender at this year's Met Gala. I mean, just seeing her collection at Paris Fashion Week with the tailored suits, the exaggerated, the avant-gardeness of it all, that is something I would really want them to channel into this year's Met Gala. That would just be, it would be fire, to be honest. Other houses that I think will absolutely kill it, we have Burberry, we have Tom Ford, we have Dolce & Gabbana. And that is all I can really think about right now. If you have other houses that you think might kill it at this year's Met, let me know in the comment section right now. Now we're moving on to the celebrities that I think will totally eat up the red carpet when it comes to like the Met Gala. And honestly, these are just the few ones I can think about right now. Feel free to let me know who you're rooting for at this year's Met Gala. Drop them in the comment section right now. But honestly, the person that really comes to the top of my mind right now when it comes to like the Met is Zendaya, the Met Queen. I know she's totally going to eat up this red carpet like we've seen time and time again. We've seen her do the hyper feminine, the hyper masculine. I don't know if there's anything she can't do. So I'm really looking forward to her perspective of what honoring menswear would be. Another person that I heard is coming to the Met this year is Rihanna, and I'm just so excited for what her and A$AP Rocky are going to do. Are they going to do a cohesive look? Is it going to be different? Is it going to be complementary? I don't know. I'm really just expecting to be really wowed. Another person I'm really looking out for is the Tiana Taylor, the Janelle Monáe, the Coleman Domingo, Ayo Edebiri. It's just a whole list of like black people that I'm really excited to see really pull their big one at this year's Met. Honestly, I'm just like, I'm really excited. I don't know. I'm actually really excited. Can you tell? I'm actually really excited. I really can't wait to see what the interpretation according to each house is going to be. I don't know. I'm ready to be blown away. But yeah. Alright guys, we have come to the ending of today's video. In today's video, I share with you guys just basically explaining what the Met and what I would expect from the Met as regards the theme and the dress code. But yeah, I can't wait to judge the looks with you guys at the Met. So yeah, I'll probably be seeing you guys soon, sooner than expected. But yeah, I really have to go now. Bye for now. Au revoir.